Okay, welcome back everyone. We're doing Dwarf Fortress with Teemo, and we're going to continue the next game. Alright, active save it is. Alright, so episode 3, if you remember where we left off, we were just about to get into a fight with another giant wolverine. So I paused it right there and saved it. We'll look around the rest of the fort though, because like I said, every episode from now on I'm going to start with it on pause, and we're just going to look around and take stock of where we are, just in case, I need to take a break or something like that for a while, reorient myself, and if it's been a break for you, reorient yourself on where the state of the fort is. Alright, so we are paused, we're coming into the fort. This was the little tunnel to get into our duck area. So we have the duck area, the walls are built up for that. Starting to work on the floor around the outside. I've got some more I need to do there, but the ducks are now safe. Animals should be not bothering them too much. We've got our beehives down here, that's starting to go. We've got our bridge that we can raise, and it forces the enemies to go through our traps. When they get through, if they get through our traps, they have to come down, and we got our barracks where they're training right there. The barracks is guarded stairs up to get into the fort, and stairs to get all the way up to the top, but we're slowly working on, we're going to get some guard dogs watching our entranceway to watch for thieves. We're going to finish building this, so that's on the to-do list tonight. We're also still working on getting our industry up and running for weapons and armor, so we're going to do some of that tonight. So we'll work on showing you how I get equipped. Oh good, we got this smoothed out. So our legendary dining room is on the way. We're gonna engrave these. We're probably gonna get some more population. We had that extra trade and we had a whole bunch of people show up. If you remember last episode, I'm expecting to see a lot more. So we need to build some more houses, some more bedrooms to get ready for them. And we're going to need to mine some more because I don't think we have nearly as many gems as last time. We got a couple of temples here. We're going to need, we're done smoothing elsewhere, so let me do that while we're looking at it. Get some smoothing of the temples going. That'll increase the value there. And we've got the start of essentially our crypt. So the dwarves come see their loved ones. We had our first death. We'll have to put some more down here because we're probably going to have some more death, especially if we do bad with this fight. Alright, so we have a giant wolverine. Let's go see where this giant wolverine is. Go to the end of the list. Oh, it looks like somebody's been having not a good fight with it. So Stray War Dog's doing good. Let's see if we can find this giant wolverine. Throwing up Wolverine. I'm not sure. Let's go into the units down below. Go to others. There's that giant Wolverine. There he is. He's injured. What's he got? We don't know. We don't know what he's got. But we do know that we have a squad of troops built from before. We're going to tell it to come kill this Wolverine. Got that one target. Confirm that target. We got killed giant wolverine. And actually we'll go ahead and watch this play out. So I'm going to put it on follow the giant wolverine, and we'll unpause it, and we'll see if the giant wolverine makes it away or if the military comes and kills the wolverine. So he's going all over the place. He might make it off the map there. Sometimes animals run off the map. Sometimes they just migrate off the map. You see him going quicker. I think it's because he's got some people coming into him. We have an alert. A peasant bled to death. Oh, we had a peasant go berserk. Well, that's no good. Mezabeth. So he went berserk. I should have been checking that beforehand. Let's see. Let's see how this fight went down. So he went berserk, got in a fight with a war dog. The war dog was not too happy about that. Tore open the upper leg, upper arm. Yeah, so this war dog just ripped him apart. That's too bad. Alright, so I had somebody go berserk because they were really angry. That's my last really angry person. Well, no, I guess I got one more. Let me see. Let me see who else is really angry. Sometimes when they stay really angry, they go berserk like that. So we got Katten. Katten is also very angry. Didn't she finish? Uh-oh. We may or may not have a peasant revolt on our hands. A loyalty split. We'll find out. But she needs eat a good meal. Man. You know what? I've got a lot of food sources. So before I unpause it, I'm going to go and change over, make some better meals. So we've been making these fine meals, which is fine. But rather than fine meals, I'm going to up it now that we got a lot of food sources. And we're going to prepare some lavish meals. So it takes more to do a lavish meal. You need different amounts of, come on, scroll. Alright, prepare the lavish meals. Unrotten prepared meals. We'll set that to 55. And there we go. Alright, so he went berserk and bled to death. Now it does mean that we're out of coffins. So let me rectify that. So there he is. He died there. So sad. I'm really sad about that. You can't really get too attached to your dwarves in this game. If you do, it's going to be a very sad game for you. So just know that dwarves are going to die, sometimes in very bad ways. And that's why we prepare by building all of these coffins. Also, so for the community that you're entering, if you decide to enter the Dwarf Fortress community, we've got a motto that losing is fun. So fun means losing, fun means loss, fun means an army of undead besieging you and destroying and killing all of your people. And just remember, that's all fun. And you're going to have a lot of fun if you try to play this game. Okay, so peasant bled to death. We got some more dogs. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I want to see if a new combat comes into play. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. But we are going to go ahead and go back and see if this giant wolverine is going to get killed. And we can also see... So these guys still are on kill giant wolverine. Okay. So, oh, we actually got him right here. So one guy has showed up. So he probably did start moving fast because he saw the dwarves coming in. And he's injured, so he's probably trying to get away. So let's see. Let's see if he can get away. He looks awfully fast. I don't know if the dwarves are going to be able to pin this guy down. Sometimes they get a little tired or they slow down. So if the dwarves just keep chasing him, they might box him in, or they might get like yeah, you can see he gets scared every now and then. They might get like an easy or a lucky swing in on him while he's trying to get away, and hit a leg or something like that. At the very least, my dwarves will get their cardio in. So this looks like it's actually going to take a while. All right, so we're done with that. I need to actually get some stuff done that's more important than watching a wolverine run around. All right, so let's come back over here and let's start working some more on this. So I need to cut down some of these trees because they're probably going to be in my way. And I also need to start... Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's just down below. Okay. We need to finish these last couple of grates. I thought I had a ghost for a second, the way that looked, but that's just somebody down below. So that's okay. Alright, we finished the grates in the floor. And then we're going to put some more walls around this. So, construction, wall. I need some space. So we'll put the wall like this. Do we have enough? Yeah, we got some blocks. And we'll put the wall down like that. Some more andesite blocks. Put the wall like there. Plus, do we have any other types of blocks up here? No, but we could go ahead and use some logs because that is fine. Alright, so the walls are done, which means we just need a floor. We'll go ahead and do that later. And then this area right in here is going to be another pen pasture, which we're going to wait until the grates and the floors are done, but then we're going to put a couple of dogs. Actually, it's not going to, well, I'm not going to let the dogs because I don't want them to like get in the way and that kind of stuff. So we're just going to put the pasture there, but we'll come back and move the dogs in a little bit. So that's being done. We'll let that go. And then we're going to come down to the weapons area. I need to set up, so the reason I got 3 here and 2 here is that I'm going to want my weapons and armor broken up by quality. And that's going to make it easy to remelt and reforge weapons and armor. Alright, so the first one is going to be armor, and the input is going to be all armor, and that's fine. Get rid of the bins though. Done. And then the input that I'm going to put, we'll put the closest one to be our higher quality one. So I'm going to do armor, but I'm going to go into custom, and under the core quality here, it does, so there's a core quality and a total quality. So I'll talk about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and use core quality. Core quality is what, kind of like the quality of that specific base item in, and total quality is going to be if it has anything on it. So like if you had a piece of furniture, or that we're talking about before, we're going to encrust some crowns with some gems. So if you built a crown and its core quality is, say, exceptional, but then you encrust it with some gems, and then the total value became masterwork with those gems, you could get a total quality that's masterwork, but a core quality that's exceptional. Alright, so this was the close one. I want this to be my masterwork and artifact storage for the armor. So masterwork and artifact there. And then I'm going to put another storage over here for armor that is going to be custom core quality that's just not the masterwork and artifact. Alright, let's just make sure that we got no bins there and no bins here. Alright, and then we got to put a couple track stops in. So construct a track stop going to the right. We'll make it out of logs. And another track stop to the right. Make it out of some logs. Alright, and then we're going to need to put a couple of hauling routes. So we're going to need to add a new route right here. It's going to have another, just double check. Yeah, this minecart's not assigned to anything. But it's going to have, it's the one down below, so it's going to have all the armor, but we're going to go back to the core quality and just do the masterwork and artifact. It's going to still take stuff from this stockpile, and we're going to get rid of the conditions. Alright, and then we'll add one more route right here with another minecart. We're running low on minecarts, might have to build another batch. So it's going to have armor, all of it, but then we're going to get rid of that masterwork and artifact. That's good to go. And it still takes from the same one there, and we're going to get rid of all the conditions. Alright, so the armor is done, but we don't actually have, we do have some armor, but it's not going to get moved there yet, because, well, it looks like, actually we don't have armor in here yet because it's all moved into our training ground. But we are going to come in here, and this had armor, so we're going to get rid of armor since we have the other place for it now. I'm also going to see if, alright, they got done hunting those. Did everyone survive? Let's see if everyone survived. Looks like everyone survived. Excellent. Let's see. A mountain goat man. Let's see, we got some mountain goat men that are causing some troubles. Mountain goat man, mountain goat man. We got 3 of them right here. You see the third one behind the tree, and we got 2 here. Alright, so they're causing some more trouble, so we're gonna come up to our squad. Hey squad, you are going to, let's see if we can, we used to be able to do multiple Z levels too. Oh, no, just one target. That's too bad. We used to be able to, let me see if I can double drag. 3 targets. Ooh, look at that. I don't know. I think I might have it. We're gonna hit confirm on that. It looks like we got all three. So it looks like you had to drag the rectangle twice, one on each level. So before you would be able to drag essentially a large rectangular prism around all three. Now it looks like you just have to do the rectangle twice. That's pretty neat. All right, so we got that working. We'll come back over here. We'll unpause it and we'll let that run. They'll go kill that and go back to what they were doing. And let's do the weapon one. We'll get rid of this. Became a miner. Interrupted by a giant wolverine and storing an item. Is there another giant wolverine out there? Others. An agitated giant hamster. We're going to have to kill a giant hamster too, I think, because it's probably going to get... Yeah, giant hamster's fighting. Okay. Man. Let's pause it for a sec. Did we get the... Alright, the mountain men are gone. Let's go to this giant hamster. Get that squad selected, and let's get rid of the giant hamster. Alright, go kill the giant hamster too. That's just one of the things that you're going to have to get comfortable doing, is just clearing out aggressive wildlife with your military. If you don't enjoy that aspect of the game, I don't know what to tell you, because it's often an aspect of the game. You can go to biomes that are a little bit friendlier, in which case it's not nearly as big an aspect of the game, but I don't like doing that. It seems kind of boring if you've got too few challenges, in my opinion. But sometimes learning new aspects of the game, it's nice if there are fewer challenges dealing with at one time. Alright, so core quality. We're going to put our masterwork and artifact on the closest one down here again, like we did before. Put another one here for weapons. We're going to have to change some more stuff too. Nope. Not the masterwork and artifact. So the other things that I'm going to need to do is on the weapon type here, I'm going to get rid of picks as well. And the weapon type here, I'm going to get rid of picks. So this way, for the weapons, I don't want to melt down my picks and have them disappear. So I'm going to have another custom stockpile up here that, regardless of quality, all it's going to have is weapon type. I'm going to put none to get rid of all the weapon types, and then just put picks of any quality. So all the picks of any quality is going to go up top, and then if it's not a pick, it's going to go in one of the two bottom ones, the higher quality here and the lower quality here. And I don't know that I got rid of the bins. Yep, I did not. So let me do that real quick. Otherwise, a bin can get stuck here and kind of break the whole thing. So now we're going to have to put down 3 track stops. And I think these are some of my last few wheel barrels. So I'm going to have to queue up mine carts. I'm going to have to queue up some more mine carts after I put these 3 on. Alright, so I got 3 of those. Let me actually just do that now while I'm remembering it. Alright, mine cart. And we've got a lot of copper. So let's go ahead and do some copper mine carts. Alright, and then some new routes. We can start time again. Alright, we got the route. Put a mine cart on it. Alright, so one down bottom is going to be weapons. All the weapons. But picks. Get rid of picks. And the core quality is going to be just the good stuff. Alright, and it is going to come from here. And it is going to have none of those. Alright, and then the next route is going to be here. It is Route 13, right? Yeah, Route 13. It needs a minecart right there. It is going to be weapons as well, all the weapons, but then take out the picks. And then the core quality is not the really fancy ones. Alright. And then it is going to be coming from here. And it is going to have no conditions. Alright. And one more route. This route 14 is going to be the last one up at the top. Route 14 is going to need a minecart. And that minecart is going to be looking for weapons, but it's going to be looking for just picks of any quality. And it's going to come from this one. And it's going to have the conditions removed. Alright. So, we've got that now. And so what that's going to allow us to do is I'm going to be trying to get all masterwork or better armor and weapons is what we're building towards. So when I get something that's not masterwork, it's going to end up coming into one of these ones up here. And I'm going to be able to come to this icon down here that's got a bunch of different things on it. This is how you like claim or forbid items. It's how you dump items or remove a dump thing. It's also how you designate something for melting. So I'm going to be able to designate that whole pile of stuff for melting here. That way I get the metals back and I can retry to make a masterwork out of it. Alright, let's see if there's any more fighting that I care about. Oh my goodness. Giant wren, a panda. Oh my goodness. I'm getting all kinds of stuff out there. Alright, what do we got? Agitated giant wren. A lot of them. Where are these guys? Well, alright. I don't know where all these things came in, and I don't know how deadly a giant wren is. How my squads are doing. I don't know. I'm going to kind of hope that they fly on, because I really don't want to deal with... I don't have marksdwarves. So marksdwarves, they're archers. I don't have a squad built for them right now, and it's going to take me a little while to get it. So I'm going to kind of just hope that the dogs can protect my ducks, and everyone else just kind of leaves it alone. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hope for the best. It's a little risky, but I'm going to work on some marksdwarves, but I don't really have them right now. Alright, so let me get this unpaused again. So this is going to start going. Now what I need to do is actually start producing some stuff, and I still just have silver and copper. But I can use the copper to actually... Oh, but I don't have any... Do I not have very much wood? I got lots of wood. Why am I not making any charcoal? I might be making charcoal, but I might be just using it to melt stuff down. Let me see if I've got a lot of... I still got some tetrahedrite. I might just be using the charcoal as soon as I make it. And I did make something to make charcoal, right? On this game, I've got, yeah, making charcoal. So it looks like I'm just using the charcoal as quickly as I'm making it, which is fine, I guess. I could toss a second. Yeah, why don't I do that? So I'm going to dig this out. I'm going to make a second wood burner here so I can make charcoal a little bit faster. And I'm probably going to need some more wood. So I'll come over here and designate some more chopping. There we go. Chop down some trees. You make charcoal out of wood. There's actually some like bitmus coal and lignite, and I think it's called lignite, you can find underground that you can use to turn. But that kind of stuff, the minerals that you find underground that can be a fuel source, it takes one fuel source, but then you get two out of it. But you just have to remember that you have to kickstart it with another one. So we need another wood furnace. There we go. we're getting some more andesite blocks. That means I can probably finish up top this right here. Alright, so that's all done. So now I can go ahead and assign some dogs to this. Let's see, so we got those stray war dogs, but we got these war dogs here that aren't. We'll get those two. So we're going to put 2 war dogs up here. So they're going to be able to, they walk around here, and they're always going to be near these grates. And the war dogs can actually see down through the grates, and we'll be able to spot any sneaky, invisible people that are trying to make their way through right here. That's funny that some grass showed up. So that grass showed up because right now there's some sunlight coming down on top of that. So before this was in a tunnel and there wasn't any, but the grass showed up because of the sunlight. We're about to take the sunlight away though, because I'm going to put some flooring over all this. Alright. Alright, use those andesite blocks up, and then we'll just do some logs. And then right here we're going to need some flooring as well. And then I believe I already did it here, yeah. So that should be, oh, they haven't done this wall yet. So let me, this wall got suspended for some reason, so I'm going to go ahead and let that keep going again. That means that the path is going to be longer, but that's okay. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. So they'll finish that, and then these dogs will, what I essentially did is I made this little area here inside, what effectively is inside my fortress. So it's out here, it's a little building out here, but the only way you're going to be able to get to it is if you go through the barracks, which is guarded by a bunch of people. Oh, herbalist has been found dead. Oh. Alright. Oh my goodness. This is no good. Alright, what killed you, herbalist? Probably these giant wrens. Alright, so how am I gonna deal? The panda got killed. That's good. We got some dwarves up in trees. We got dwarves fighting giant wrens. Alright, alright. We need you. We need the dwarves. Is it the giant wren? Yeah, kill giant wren. Oh yeah, there's another dwarf. Do I see any more giant wrens in this area? How many giant wrens are still around? A lot. Oh my goodness. This is no good. And they're up in the air. Alright, so I don't know a good way to deal with this. I could restrict all my dwarves to their burrow until the giant wrens go away. Why don't I do that? So we'll get this up here. We'll get the burrow screen up, because we're going to need to make sure that dwarves get added to it. So I don't need you in the burrow anymore. I don't need my fighters assigned to the burrow, essentially. Alright, those look like my 6 fighters. But then I am going to need the rest of these dwarves assigned to the burrow. And I might need to increase the burrow as well. But I'm going to go ahead and activate it. And also go see if I need to add stuff to it. Like, for instance, I know we're going to need some in here. That way we can get up to the dogs to feed them. And we'll put a little bit there. We won't bother, while they're in the burrow, we won't bother going out to the traps. We do need to be able to get out here, though. We want to be able to collect those eggs. So now our eggs can be in our burrow. It also means that we can't get out to the honey until I get it protected, similar to the way I got the eggs protected. So that's something we're going to have to work on. I don't think I need to close my fortress quite yet. Although if I'm restricted to the burrow, I might go ahead and do that anyways. Alright, we need to add all this extra space for them. We need to add extra space for where we're mining in case I need to go mine some more or want to go mine some more. They're going to want to come over here and be able to get to their temples. And they might need to come bury people because they're dying. Oh, and I also need to assign. And that's it. Alright, so that's accepted there. I do need to come in here and make more of these into tombs. Undo. No, I don't want the multi. Paint. There we go. So making a whole bunch of tombs for dwarves, just in case I lose some more. And I was up to 33. I'm down to 30. So I am losing some dwarves with this giant wren attack. There's a lot of them. I've been seeing on the forums, been a lot of people talking about wildlife being a little bit more deadly with this iteration. So Tarn may have upped the violence of animals. I haven't been too affected by it so far, but I've always played with pretty wild animals, so I don't... For me, it's about the same as what I'm saying. But I can see how if you're new to the game and you're trying to deal with these constant attacks while also trying to learn the game, this could be pretty difficult. So I'm understanding a little bit. I was not expecting to see as much with me not having as savage as it was in my previous games. Alright, so I got a lot of... Oh, man. Wonder if that dwarven child is the same one that was ripping off the Wolverine's head. I hope so. If that child is up there, then those Wrens are just going to get destroyed. Alright, let's unpause it now that we got some of those designated. And let's build some more doors. Alright, and we've got them being told to come back down here. You know what? Let's go ahead and... I've decided I am going to close this. I don't know if birds can get caught by cage traps. We are going to find out. Because if they have this closed, then even the birds, the only way in is to go through the tunnel. And maybe they'll just get captured by those traps, and I'll be done with it. I think, though, that they have... I think they're a... like, walk it over... like, it triggers by someone walking on it, I believe. So I think the birds will be able to get just fine. I know that sneaky thieves and the like are also not going to trigger traps. So if I have, you know, goblin snatchers showing up trying to steal my kids, they can walk by every single one of those traps and get by them. But also if I have sneaky goblin thieves getting by, my fort isn't going to be closed, but they will get spotted by my dogs as they walk down the hallway. And then at that point, I'll get a little notification. It'll say, you know, protect the kids. And then I'll have to activate my army to go attack them. So that's just kind of what I do with that. Alright, but making a bunch more rooms. I wonder how much of this engraving we got done. Looks like there's still a lot to do. It doesn't look like we've done any of it. I gotta see if I actually still have an engraver. Maybe my engraver died. Or maybe I got it turned off so nobody's doing engraving. Either way, there hasn't been any engraving done. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on there. Still at 30 dwarves. That's a good sign. Oh, we got another alert. Alright, let me pause it and see what this alert is. A miner's been missing for a week, so that might be another death coming up. We'll see. Okay, finish out these beds. Once these beds and doors all get built, I'll be able to, I can unpause it and keep it going. I'll be able to build another set of 20 rooms. So wealth brings people to your fortresses. Death makes people not want to come to their fortresses. So if I keep fighting like this, I've lost 3 dwarves. If I keep fighting and losing dwarves, and I don't get better about protecting the dwarves, and the amount of dwarf death starts getting too high compared to the amount of wealth I'm sending away, I'll stop getting migrant waves as well. So there's kind of like a violence to greed ratio that the dwarves are looking at to decide if they want to come to you. So that's another thing you got to watch out for. So having an efficient military and or defense system that keeps your losses low is very helpful. I'll see if I can do a little bit better about that. I think I'm going to have to get some archers because there's just too many flyers. Maybe I'll put the archers, I can station them around on the top of that tower that I'm building for the ducks, and then they can just shoot at stuff that comes by. That might work out. I might actually be able to designate the top of that as a barracks. That'd be kind of neat. See if I can do that. I could designate that whole thing as a barracks and put like some chests of ammo in there and that kind of stuff. I could even have them practicing up there. Yeah, that might work out pretty well. I could put some fortifications around the top. Alright, I'm liking this idea. We're going to go ahead and get that done. Masterpiece winch. Alright, I've got doors everywhere. Beds are almost done. 2 more beds, and then I'll be able to designate the rooms. And then after I designate the rooms, I'm going to go start working on this marksdwarf army. We'll see if we can... Oh, we can start some of that right now. So we're going to need some crossbows. And we'll just do copper crossbows since we got it. And 10 copper crossbows, yes. Now, I haven't really used marksdwarves too often. I don't, and I haven't used them in this new one. Leather quivers. Do I have a lot of leather? I don't know if I've got much leather yet. I might have none, actually. And I can't make the... So I'm going to need no tanned hides. So I could butcher my cattle and stuff to get the leather. I don't have quivers. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out how to get some quivers. I could also trade the next time a trade shows up. Alright, we'll just start with the... We'll worry about one thing at a time. For right now, we're building some crossbows. But if I'm going to have to butcher the cows, I'm going to need to get that started. So let me come up to my kitchen. So what I'm going to want to do is build from here. I'm going to need 2 things. So I'm going to be building a butchery and a tannery right here, so that when I butcher animals, it's right next to the tannery and I can make use of that. Oh man, it's killing my ducks. That's not good. That's not good. It's just completely empty. Oh my goodness. Are the wrens inside? Agitated wren corpse. Alright. We're down to just 4 agitated wrens. One's outside. Other's outside. Other one's outside. And the last one is outside. So they're all outside. They are chasing my ducks around, but as you saw, I don't know if you caught that, but when I came here, I still have 6 ducks, possibly, but it might be that I just haven't found some. I've killed, looks like 5 of the Wrens so far. Man. Trouble. I don't have... Oh. These guys are still... Oh yeah, so I guess some of my workers who aren't in the burrow are still wandering around. That's fine. Alright. The dwarves are suspending some of my construction. Resume that. Cut that out. Anything else grayed out? Resume that. Resume that. Anything else grayed out? I don't see anything. So just this bed is the last thing I need to designate the rooms because I want to do it all at the same time. Save myself some button clicks. And I'm getting some more unhappy dwarves. Mostly because I'm losing dwarves and they're fighting and getting attacked by these Wrens. All of that is just not good for dwarven happiness. How's my dwarven military doing? So I still haven't lost any of them, which is a good thing. Alright, last one there. Perfect. Alright, so bedrooms. Go back to multi. Select all of these. 20 more bedrooms. Yes. Perfect. So now we can get up to 60 of these. And I wanted to check the labors for engravers. So only select to do this, and I have none selected. So that's part of the problem. Alright. So let's see. We get a couple of new engravers down here. There's a farmer and a soap maker. I might eventually make soap. Soap is good for the hospital. Helps keep wounds clean. Ups the chances of your people actually surviving. Alright. Oh, and I'm going to need to dig. So I haven't found any iron yet. One of these levels I dug way over to the left, though. So what I want to do is come back. Let's see, are all the Wrens gone yet? No, still not. Hold on a sec. Can I... There's one there, and I'm elevation 58. So it's like, it's flying way up in the air. I'm not even... So what I could do is I could put my squad to hunt these last 3 Wrens. But the problem is they're probably just going to be running around just hoping the Wrens get near. And they're overcome by... I'm just going to leave it. Let's go down below and see if we can find some iron. But I am going to have to increase the burrow size. Let me paint this burrow and come over this way. Alright, and then I'm actually going to need to... I'm going to do some exploratory mining over here, so I'm going to want all this. Yeah. Alright, so that's just the edge of the map. And what was this? Oh, that's the barracks, okay. And then mine. So it's a lot of mining tasks I'm given. But maybe I'll find some iron on that side, because this should be on the other side of the river. So if we go up, you can see that, yeah, we're to the east of the stream, which was a different biome. And I'm hoping that maybe I'll find some iron on that side. This tetrahedrite is just copper and silver, which is fine, but if I get to iron, then I can make steel, and that's just better than the copper. Vastly better. Worth trying to get. But I can start going ahead and working on training a weaponsmith and an armorsmith or 2. So I'm going to come back into the jobs. Oh, wrong one, this one. I'm going to add a new work detail for... Is it up at the top? No. Should be gray. There it is. For weaponsmithing. Done. Call that weaponsmithing. Smith. And add a new work detail for armoring. So let's see, weaponsmiths. Oh, I got a legendary weaponsmith, so we'll give him that. And we'll want a second one just in case. Oh man, a legendary one. I don't even know if I want a second one. You know what? We'll leave just him for now. That's pretty good. We'll put a blacksmith. And we'll do 2 armor smiths. There. See, the problem with just one is if they've got something else to do, or if they die, I really need to be training up a second one. Alright, but that's going to be too bad, because that legendary one, he's going to be making some good stuff. So, I'm going to start queuing up some jobs. So at the very least, we can make some copper stuff, and we're going to make some copper battle axes. And we'll make 10 copper, we'll make 5 copper battle axes at a time. The conditions on this is just the amount of copper bars and refined coal is enough to support it. So it's basically going to do these infinitely. You know what? No, I don't want too many of these. Less than say 20 of these. Call it 20. All right. That looks good. And then we're also going to want to do a melt, because I'm going to be melting stuff down. Now the melt objects, I'm going to bring that down to about 3. We'll call it 5. We'll do 5. And if we have at least, oh, I don't know if I turned that into at least for the other one. I'm going to have to go look. So I have at least 5 multiple items and 5 coal. We're going to go ahead and, so it's not, we have the 5 coal, but we don't have any melted items yet. And was the forged battle axe greater? Yeah, see that? Greater than 5 is what I want. Oh no, I guessed at least, because if we have 5, then that's good enough. All right. Now what's going to happen is we're going to start making battle axes. They're going to come in here. If it's masterwork, it's going to come down here. If it's not masterwork, it's going to come into the middle one. If it goes in the middle one, then I'm going to designate those to melt, and we'll tear them back down, and we'll try again. And so it's a way to conserve the copper and make it so that we don't have worse weapons being used by the team. We're also going to want to do a similar type of thing with armor, and for our purposes, this is a bit of an exploit if you don't want to do this, just so you know. So battle axes give back a 1.2 ratio to 1 bar, so we're actually going to essentially produce copper by doing that with the battle axes, other than as you make masterworks, obviously that copper bar is gone. So because we have that legendary black weaponsmith, we're probably going to burn through our copper with that. But with the copper armor, what I'm actually going to start doing, even though I don't use it as part of my full gear set, I'm going to start making some copper leggings to train up my skills. So the copper leggings, I'm going to make 5 of those at a time, as long as these things, we'll add all 3 of these. So we want copper bars is at least, this is, so these are going to go down to 5, and we're going to actually we'll put this up to like 35. I'm fine making a whole bunch of these because we're going to have to get through quite a lot of training because I don't have any legendary armor smiths. And it still is going to run off the same melt items. So we're going to see a lot more copper leggings show up here than we're going to see weapons show up over here. Alright, I haven't seen any fighting in a little while, so that's a good sign. Maybe the Wrens, no, they're still around. Oh, we've got a couple bards worshiping, whatever. I might want to make some instruments for them and some boxes. Did we ever smooth that out, by the way? Now we're working on smoothing that out. Alright. Got rooms. We need this to be dug more. Let me see. Do I need to add some more miners? Is that the problem? Oh, wrong page. Miners, we got 3 of them. We can add a 4th. Bower, you look like a great miner. I don't know if we actually have 4 picks, though. Stocks. Weapons, what do we got? We got 2 copper picks. Let's come over here and we're gonna craft some copper picks. Copper picks. We'll make. Let's do 5 of those. That way we can get up to 7 if we want. Miners. So even though we designated that 3rd miner previously, we didn't actually have a pick for them. Now we will whenever they get around to it. So let's see if anybody's working. I got nobody working. Why not? What are you guys doing that's better than that? Alright, we got blacksmiths, we got some praying going on, we got making charcoal. I don't really want you doing that kind of stuff. Alright, so if you're a 2 or a 3, we are going to have you just go start making stuff. So cut that out. Now the silver bars I'm going to make some war hammers out of. Oh, I got the legendary weaponsmith. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that for them as well. Open task. Silver. So the reason I'm doing silver for war hammers is that the different types of weapons do better with different types of materials. So cut-in weapons, you're going to want kind of the best type of metal you can get is going to be metal that's good for being a sharp edge. So things like steel is really good, and then adamantite is even better than it. With a warhammer, you just need something that's really hard and heavy, and silver works just fine for it. And you don't really use silver for anything else. So it's a good use of the resource. Yeah, I basically don't use silver for anything else other than this, so it's a way to kind of burn through your silver bars. Silver warhammers, we want this less than, call it 15 of the warhammers. And we're doing forge 5 at a time. Alright. Let's see. Meditate on death. Meditate on caverns. Alright, fine. They don't want to work yet. That's okay. We need more gems. We're not going to have very much to trade. Man, that child is probably out there kicking its butt. I bet you this is the one that was ripping heads off. Yeah, look at that then. That dwarven child is just deadly. Oh no, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, maybe this isn't the good one. Who's that? Dwarven child, Salone Frick something. Salone Frick something. He's playing out here. He's seriously injured, starving, and dehydrated. That's not good, buddy. He's lost the ability to stand. Grasp is something. So he's going to just die out here because my dwarves are kind of confined, and I don't have a hospital yet. I don't know that I'm going to do a hospital tonight. I think I'm actually pretty close to done for the night. For this session, we're going to try to find a way to trade for some leather or get that going next session. Although I'm still working on this being mined out. We got the weapons started. Just some copper shields and a mail shirt. I don't know why my guys aren't coming over here to... Why aren't you doing these tasks? The tasks get validated? Oh, do I have a... Maybe I have a lost... I've got the manager. Can the manager do his job? Can he access the... He can do his job. Oh, what's going on? Alright. We were doing a good job of killing the Wrens, even though we lost a few dwarves. I'm going to go ahead and suspend this. Maybe they could go help that dwarf child out there survive. I don't know. We're going to let the dwarves handle it. Because I need the more wood that's out there. I can't just stay in the burrow. I have to brave the wilderness of the Wrens. But I am going to have to get some marksdwarves, which means I'm going to need to build that, finish that floor up top, and I'm going to want to put some fortifications, because that'll help with goblin sieges and that kind of stuff. If they show up with ranged weapons, what's going to be nice is be able to shoot at them from behind fortifications, and they won't be able to do the same for me to go back. So I'll come up here, and we need to continue making this floor around here. Construct a floor. And we need, do we have some andesite blocks? We do. And go to the cobalt blocks, and then we'll do logs. And one more. Alright. Looks like most of my ducks survived. I might go ahead and get some duck meat as well. Man, I've got 4 really angry dwarves. What are you angry about? Prey to lure it. Terrified while in conflict. So, yeah, I think for the most part these Wrens have just really made my dwarves unhappy. Oh well, such is life. Looks like a bunch of these floors got stopped. Most likely it's because I did not include this area in the... So the top floor of this was not included, and so since they couldn't get to it, they just suspended construction. So that's what happened there. Alright. I wanted to do some more stuff with the military this time. I wanted to get some more. Actually, I can go ahead and just finish out the squad. And I am working on uniforms. So let's see, who do I want to add to this? You're not doing much. You don't got anything assigned. You're my manager. What else is not assigned? You. And position 10 will be the you. Alright. So I got a full squad. So they can start training. I'm going to build a second squad as well. So I want to build another training ground for them. And I can go ahead and just put it down here as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so I'll put it right next to them. And I'll train another squad here. I can't really do it with just 30 dwarves, but I'm expecting some more migrants, so then I can make another squad. And they'll be hammer dwarves. So this first squad here, I'm going to be doing the battle axes. The second squad I'm going to be doing more hammers for. Looks like I'm actually starting to build some weapons, so I got a copper crossbow made, which is good. And it looks like somebody looks like I got some people actually doing stuff, which is helpful. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. I'm expecting to be able to get back on for another one tomorrow. So we'll pause it right there, now that we got the weapons started. And we'll see you again next time. So thanks for joining, and see you again.